Hello YouTube. In today's video, um, I'm trying to document my experience with this 2006 Porsche Boxer. It's a 2.7 base model. Um, as far as I can tell, based on my research, this could also apply towards the first generation Cayman and possibly other models with the opposite six um, configuration. So basically, this vehicle came in with no problems, no check engine light, no nothing. But the problem was that the secondary injection monitor was not setting. After driving it for a while, the customer decided to bring it in so we can look at it and then determine what the problem was. Okay, so the first step that we took, and it should be considered very important, when the secondary air injection pump kicks in or turns on, the system uses an electric pump. And by the way, this is the relay. I got it out of the bracket because it goes right here on this bracket, and I have a amp meter. It peaks at 37 amps. It runs around 26 amps, while after the peak, and it drops down to 26 or something like that. So it's very important to check the fuse that is here and the relay as well. But most importantly, the battery has to have a good amount of power. It has to be a good non-battery in order for the computer to have enough energy to supply the power to the relay, and then the relay to activate the pump. So I have also document here that I print from the system that we use. This is the reference, group 0, number 2209, secondary air injection system. It was published in 2015, so they knew about the stubbornness of this system to complete. So the first thing you have to have is a good battery. Then you can check your 40 amp fuse, which is in good conditions, and your relay. The other components are located under the cover, basically that's situated over here under the cover that goes around this area. So basically this is a convertible model, and I inspected all that. There's a combination valve, which is the switching valve electronic component that allows the flow of air to travel. So after that, I heard when I was running the vehicle that there was some exhaust leak. It's very important to have a seal system. What I'm saying seal is that you have no exhaust leaks between the cylinder head and the catalytic converter. The two oxygen sensors, there is 4 in total, 2 per bank. They are one right next to the cylinder head, and the other one is after the cat. So everything is situated right under the vehicle. These particular gaskets, I removed them from this vehicle. As you can see, it had some leak over here, and over here. Now, there is another thing to consider. Right there, it was another leak. The oxygen sensors are the ones in charge of monitoring the action of the secondary injection system, and the system will only run when the engine is cold. Today is a particularly cold morning in Southern California. For our purpose, it was 6 Celsius. I'm sorry, I don't know exactly in Fahrenheit, but it's about 44, 45 Fahrenheit. I can't tell you the exact number, I don't know it, but it was 6 Celsius. So we drove the car for about 300 miles, and so it came down that the car wasn't completing the monitor. We try all kinds of tests, and unfortunately, my scanner can only do the activation, which I'm gonna prove it to you. It, this is the all reliable Autel, so I'm gonna go ahead and crank it. I'm sorry. Okay, so there you can hear the pump kicking. And the way this can be tested is that if you have a lighter, you should be able to turn off the lighter when you start the lighter, and then you put it next to the exhaust with the car off, because the computer won't let you run the secondary injection pump unless the car is off. It will turn it off. So we have a flow here. I can feel it, and so basically that will check the system that is actually functioning. Now, once we have that going, okay, that we know that we don't have exhaust leaks, that the system is working, and the battery is good. We drove it extensively, like I said, about 300 miles. I'm gonna turn off this. Um, from what I was gathering, people actually reported that is, and we know it on the German car world, that the monitor, especially the secondary injection pump, is easier to run when it's cold or colder than usual. So, I did that, like I said, after I drove it, I completed all the monitors. I had to basically go run it for one more time. From cold, I let it run for 10 minutes. Then after that, I drove it on the freeway for about 15 minutes, and then I saw that the monitor run. So that was my experience. I hope someone out there, another technician, gets benefited by this experience that I had. I'm running the test through OBD2 right now, so you guys can see that all the monitors are complete, except of the EVAP system has not run. And as you've seen on other of my videos, the secondary injection pump sometimes is tedious and is a bit difficult to run, and can be manipulated with the scan tool on some other brands such as Volkswagen, Audi, BMW. But unfortunately for Porsche, it's very particular. You need to have the PWIS, which is the original Porsche diagnostic system. Okay, so here it is stated that the vehicles that are basically not affected but in compliance with this technical bulletin. Okay, so we have all this, and here's where it's stated that the DME should be tested using the PWIS tester, and it tells you the procedure. You can pause it if you want, and it's basically, there is some pictures here that I was not allowed to print out because of whatever reason. The system does not allow me to print those out, but it basically tells you all the steps that you're supposed to take. Okay. It asks you to drive it after a while. The time is about to run out. My telephone only allow me to record 10 minutes. So that's about it. We have monitors, complete monitors, okay. We have 7 monitors that does not apply, 2, and the monitor incomplete is the EVAP. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. just want to show you the result. So evap is incomplete, but the secondary is already set. Again, thanks for watching. I hope this video helps someone.